Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back with another one, baby. We are back live in effect, broadcasted live from Brooklyn, New York. Oh, that'd be nice if I could get that on here. We are here, baby. Wait for y'all to get in this room. Check us out. We are going live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. We got a special guest on tonight. Definitely deserves this honor. I know a lot of y'all think that these are, things just happen overnight. This take years of planning, making sure everybody's schedule is tight so we can get this right. You know what I'm saying? So we're saying that. Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And oh boy, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is an all-city player from the 1982-83 class that included New York City legends like Ed Davender, Dwayne Pearl Washington, Kenny Smith, Odin Polonese, Radar Richard Anderson, or as we should say, Richard Radar Anderson. Man, think about all of those players and knowing that this basketball head was amongst some of the greats. So that means he had to be one himself. This basketball head scored a total of 2,036 points in his career, placing him 11th on the all-time PSAL scoring list. This basketball head scored 51 points, 29 in the second half, leading Francis Lewis over Edison in the 89-67 win. So as you can see, he got busy in high school and was putting up astronomical numbers, as they would say. Once this basketball head finished at Francis Lewis, he went to prep school and attended Brewster Academy in New Hampshire to continue to improve his academics. This basketball head averaged an astonishing 42 points. Wow, that's crazy. And he still holds some of the top records at Brewster Academy to this day. After being heavily recruited all across the country by colleges everywhere, we talking about from big-time schools to mid-majors, and even to schools who probably never thought he would step on their campus, was all trying to get him to play for their teams. But he chose Texas A&M, and things did not work out at Texas A&M, so he returned home to attend Long Island University and played for the Blackbirds. One minor note, he did play a year at Texas A&M and helped him get to the NIT, so he accomplished something while playing in that conference. After sitting out for a year, because there was no transfer portal back then, baby. In those days, you had to sit out a year and do that time and improve your game. And that he did. And once he stepped on the Blackbirds court, he was an instant impact player, averaging 17 points, 10 rebounds in the 1986 season. And he averaged 19 points, 19.5. So we can say that's 20, right? and 11 rebounds over his career. He finished second all-time at L.I.U. with 1,540 points at the time and was fifth with 836 rebounds. In 1988-89, he was first-team all-conference and a two-time second-team choice. He left as the all-time leader in free throws with 723 and second in free throws made with 391. Led the team in reboundings all 3 seasons. Wow. As a senior, he ranked 8th in the nation. He was an all-metropolitan selection in 1988-89, and his basketball head was inducted to the Hall of Fame at L.I.U. in 2012. So without further ado, help me welcome to the show Francis Lewis High School legend and Long Island University Hall of Fame inductee, my guy, my brother, Fred Burton.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
Freddie Buckets, what's going on, man?
Ain't nothing. How you, Pooh? I'm good.
Man, I am doing great. Yo, Chivas, he made it.
Hey, Chivas, my little brother. You know I still love you, man. You want to stop that?
Nah,
you my brother for life. You know I love you.
Get some of this good water in my system, man.
Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that good water. Ain't
man,
nothing
listen, they should sponsor me, man, as much as I drink this water, man.
For sure.
For sure. Hey, listen, man. Look, bro, you still looking good. Skin looking all smooth, man.
Yeah, I try, man. I ain't bad for a brother 61.
Yo, fam, your flat top used to rule in 88 like Kane, 89 like Kane, bro, man.
Man, those were the days, brother.
No doubt, man. I want to jump right into this, brother. I want to ask you, who introduced you to the game?
My cousin, Leroy Grant, my big brother. You know, he used to take me down to 80 Park, and he used to work out with me every day. And when I was like 10 or 12 years old, I finally beat him one-on-one, and he told me I was ready.
Man, it's like, that's a great feeling when you could beat the guy who taught you how to play.
Man, he used to back me in, man, elbow me all in my head and my neck. And he used to punish me, and I used to take it. And then he beat me maybe about 20 times until one time I beat him, and then he said, yo, I did my job.
Look, I love to talk about those times playing pickup, right? Because, you know, being a youngster, you had to earn the right to get in the court with the older guys.
Correct.
Right? It was a rite of passage. But once you got on the court, you had to learn how to win to stay on the court, because if you lose, you may never play again.
That's true. I remember I couldn't wait for the older guys to get home from work so I can meet them at the park and bust them up. You know what I'm saying?
Because you finally reached that ultimate level, was that elite level, whereas even if you lost, they was gonna pick Fred again. Like somebody's like, nah, you know what? I got 4. Be like, no, why can't be a 5th? Because if Fred lose, we picking him up.
They always gave me burn. At 14, I was a man child at 14, 6'4", 200 pounds.
Wow.
You know, and I was, but I put in that work. I used to practice like 6-7 hours a day. I used to do 500 sit-ups, hundreds of push-ups, all that, a day.
Wow.
14, 12, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
back then we didn't have no computers and all that stuff, so I ain't had nothing to do but work out.
Right, right. Chiva
And
said you was like Moses Malone back then.
correct. Yeah, that's what Tom Kukowski said. I was like Moses Malone, Adrian Dantley.
Adrian Dantley, wasn't he a beast?
Yes, he was.
Playing power forward at like 6'4".
Yeah, I was honored and to be, you know, compared to those greats, you know, and Charles Barkley. People tell me now I look like Charles Barkley. A lot of times now, where I work in the hospital, people say, "God, come and say, anybody ever tell you look like Charles Barkley?"
Hold on.
Even though he's a little heavier than I am,
right? Right. Yeah. Okay, now I see it now.
Yeah, we got the same head, that round head. You know?
Right.
And you know, we had the same like type of game, that post up, that you know, that old fashioned, you know, bump and grind post up game that you know, where they really, you know, they really couldn't stop us. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Hold on. This gonna be funny right here.
It's gonna be funny. Somebody, one of my brothers calling in.
Nah. I was gonna show people Charles Barkley resemblance. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, man. It was always good to be compared to some of the greats, man. What part of Queens did you grow up in, and what was it like for a young Fred Burton growing up during that time?
Well, I grew up in St. Albans, Queens, and I used to go around to all the parks and play. You know, Econo Park, Baisley Park, Montebello, basically everywhere. And you know, it was quiet in Queens. You know, Queens is like, you know, Long Island, suburban area. But you know, my mom's and pops was good. They weren't afraid to let me go out and, you know, go places and play ball and stuff like that. And I was thankful for that, you know, that they let me explore my talent, let me go places without being scared. Say, oh, you can't go here, you can't go there. And then I used to have to take my late brother with me too. When I used to go to all these places, my mother used to tell me, yo, you got to take your brother with you. And I'd be like, yo, I can't take him with me. I got to play, you know. No, she said, well, if you don't take him, you can't go, you know. And I used to take him all over. My late brother, Keith Burton, man, I miss that boy. You know, he passed away.
Rest in peace.
Well, you know.
Yeah, man. May he rest in peace.
Yeah,
my guy Ayatollah Beats, #1 basketball head. He said, you ever play at Ajax Park?
Oh yeah, of course. I done played, of course. Yeah, I went everywhere, dropped numbers everywhere. Everywhere. Them guys will tell you. Ain't none of them can tell you that when I played that they bust my ass. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I mean to say that.
Nah, it's so good. It's so good because we gonna ask you who asked you bust anyway. So we gonna get to that. Who's this? Ronnie Mall 1.
Ronnie Mall, that's my guy. That's my idol.
That's
another one of my big brothers.
Fearless Freddie B.
Yeah, that's my man. That's Ronnie Mall. He's one of my role models. And Kenny Patterson. Can't forget that.
That's right. Kenny
Patterson is my role model. He was the one that put us on the map. And that's another one of my big brothers, you know?
Yeah. My guy Ayatollah Beats, he's a super producer. He's from Queens. He lives in Portland, Oregon right now. So he's always tapping into all the shows. He's from Queens. He said, I knew that he played at Ajax. I just thought I'd ask. Everybody played at Ajax, man. It was one of those parks. And back then,
the legendary IS8.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody, you know.
And you got to pass because you was a, you know, big time ball player from the gangsters and the people who was robbing and you know, sticking up kids back in the days. They gave us the pass, man.
Yeah, Eddie Lee from Cincinnati. Yeah.
if you know, you know. For sure.
Well,
For
I
sure.
know. That's my big brother. Used to be my big brother.
He said, I miss K, Mini Fred, 120th and Farmers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
No doubt.
15 Park. My park is 15 Park.
Wow.
Yeah, 15 Park, right there in St. Albans.
Do you remember the first team you played for? And who was the coach?
I played St. Pascal's with Tekla Mary and LeBron Mary.
CYO.
TYO, correct. That's when they used to laugh at me. I couldn't catch a pass. The ball used to hit me. I started when I was 9 years old. So that's when, I had a friend of mine that I grew up with. One day, he was going to practice with St. Pascal's. And I asked him, I said, yo, where you going? He said, I'm going to play. I'm on the basketball team, and I'm going to practice. And I said, you think I can go? And he said, yeah. So he took me, and, that's when I started playing ball. And his name was Billy Kennedy, good friend of mine. And basically, he got me into organized ball before my cousin really started putting in that work with me.
Man, CYO was so big back then. All of us back then who played came up. It was CYO was like right. You had that one, and then you had the night league. Then it was certain levels that you had to go up to, right?
Correct. We had biddies, midgets.
Yeah.
Seniors. And then we had the high school division, right? Biddies.
Yeah. And then once you got to high school, you started to excel and started playing the other things. Did you ever play in the Jamaica Armory?
Jamaica Armory. I got shit. You making me go back. 40 years. I'm pretty sure I did.
Right.
I used to play out in Lost Battalion with the late Mr. Benjamin.
Yeah, Lost Battalion Hall. Yeah.
Played out there.
Wow.
Played all over.
Devil Dog is in the building.
What
up, Mr. Jones?
Man.
What up, Mr. Jones? We're going to get you up here soon, brother.
Oh, that's my man, Devil Dog.
He said Fred was a beast. Those elbows were illegal.
That was my man.
Oh, no, he said Mark from Texas is checking in.
Oh, that's my boy. He played me in high school.
Got you.
Mark Barton, right?
Right. And I thought it was Devil Dog who came from, Alexander Hamilton, Boys and Girls.
Yeah, that Devil Dog too. That's my guy. My guy.
Yeah, for sure.
He was supposed to play with me at L.I.U, but his grades he flunked off. But
right.
We practiced together. You know what I mean? But Mark Barton, yeah, he knows about them elbows. He was at Francis Lewis with me. I made him tough though. I love him though.
That's
I made
right.
him tough.
He said, laughing my ass off. This dude, remember at the Newsday when you took the sodas from a Long Island? A Newsday Classic. Yo, they jumping all the sauce.
Yo, look. Tell them don't bring up all that stuff,
man. He said, when and me had swear they taught you. Rest in peace, Dubron.
Yeah, DeBron Murray, yeah. DeBron Murray and his father, and Tech Murray. It wasn't for them.
He said, Fred Neal, hell no. We never played in Jamaica Armory. He said, maybe a party. Thank you, Runabout, for clearing that up. No doubt. Yeah. That's ill, man. That's ill right there, man. Yeah. Who is the coach that you credit with helping you develop as a young player?
I would have to say Craig Keys. Craig Keys, named Cat. I played with him, and we all played with him. Me, Wendell, Richard Anderson.
Talk about Wendell Owens, Wendell Alexis. Who you talking about?
Wendell Owens.
Wendell Owens. Yes.
Yeah, Wendell Owens
need to come on the show as well.
Yeah, he does, because he don't get the credit that he deserved, because he was that guy. He was good.
You gotta answer my text. If he answer my text, we can make it happen.
All right, I'll hit him up and
thank you, appreciate that,
and make sure that y'all make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Nah, so you was talking about the coach that kind of helped you develop as a
Craig
player.
Keys. Craig Keys is a hell of a coach. He's still coaching now. Craig Keys should have been a college coach, but he always just he's still coaching now. He done had a lot of the top tier ball players from my era, and he's still doing it now.
Wow.
And but he should have been a college coach because he's a great coach. I mean, he really taught me the fundamentals. He yell at us and get in our ass, and he was kind of like Gil,
Yeah.
Kind of like Gil.
Pause and not getting your ass, but that's a whole nother thing, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
What made you choose Francis Lewis, bro? Because you could have went to Springfield, you could have went to Jackson.
Because you know why? I wanted to play against them guys. I wanted to play against some guys and show them what I had.
Yo, say that again, please, because people need to hear this.
I wanted to play against them guys and show them who I was, and I didn't want to play with them guys and like be a, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go against the best and show them that I was the best.
Yo, that is something that I think a lot of these kids lack today because they want to play with the best. They're afraid to go into a school that don't have a big name, get all the shine, be able to develop their superpowers, and become one of those guys that they're trying to play with.
Correct. But you got to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in that work. You got to want it. Yo, when I was coming up, man, I was a mean guy, man. I was hungry, man. When I used to play against some guys, I had an attitude like I hated them, man.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted, that's why they call me Fearless Freddie Burton, because I really act like I had, I don't know why, I was so pumped up when I played against them. That's how I wanted to really give them the business.
Wow, look who's in the building. Wendell Owens. He said, I'm here now. Fred is my guy. Can't remember losing the game with me and Fred on the same team. Yo, Wendell, let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got my number or if you saw my text, you didn't know who it was.
I'll send it to him. Don't worry about it.
Fred gonna see you my number. We're gonna make it happen, brother. Fred bringing them out the woodworks today, baby.
Yeah, those are my guys, man.
That's right.
Yo. Back in my time, I played with Walt, Jerry Ice Reynolds, all those guys, Peter Washington, all of them. Andre Sky Irvin.
Yes. Speaking of that, let's jump right into that right now. Because I was gonna wait till we got here, right? This right here is so legendary, bro. Like, I don't know how do you describe something like this? Like, hold on. Bro, look at this team, bro.
Oh yeah, that team there was like a dream team, correct?
You got John Sally. I see John Sally. I see Pearl Washington. I see Andre Scott Irvin. I see Kenny Smith. I see you. Who are some of these other guys that's on this team?
That's Pearl Washington at the end.
I know Pearl. I said Pearl. You got the two. Was one of these white guys Chris Mullen? No.
Chris was ahead of us.
Okay.
Chris was ahead of us.
Got you.
But the two white guys, I know who they are, but I forgot who the hell they are.
Right.
So long, man.
Man, but just knowing.
You got Cheevers on there too, right?
Huh?
You got Cheevers on there, Derek Cheevers.
Oh, I even realized I see the big ears right here.
Yeah, that's Cheevers. That's Cheevers. That's Derek.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Derek.
That team. Hold on, fam. Hold the F on. Whoa, yo, this team is crazy.
Yeah, man. We
Kenny Smith, Pearl Washington, Andre Scott Irvin, John Sally, Derek Cheevers. This is crazy, man. And salute to Coach Paul Brown.
And they snubbed Wendell Owens. Wendell Owens was supposed to be on that team.
Wow.
Boy, we used to go at it in practice, boy. We used to go at it.
Now, I remember during the times I played in Empire State games, this was like, for those who don't know, the Empire State Games is like the Olympics in New York.
Correct.
The whole state, from Long Island all the way to the Adirondacks and Niagara Falls.
Correct.
Listen, there were so many people that wanted to play on these teams, from high school and the open team, which was college.
Correct.
Like, you had the best of the best trying out for this team.
You know, I played 3 years, you know.
Yeah.
Sophomore, senior, and junior. I mean, sophomore, junior, and senior year. I played 3 times.
Wow. I played high school, and I played all 4 of my college years.
Okay.
Yeah. Man.
Nice.
Great
nice.
time, man. Great time. And every time one goal, I won 5 gold medals.
Yeah, I remember when y'all came. After you came to L.I.U, you tapped on our floor like that. I know. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember.
No doubt.
Yes, you was a beast too, my brother.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, man.
It said, my guy CK from upstate said, is that for the Empire State Games? That's right, the one and only, and it doesn't exist no more. So if you got to play in that, you was legendary.
That and the wheelchair classic. Played the wheelchair.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. 3 years too, sophomore, junior, and senior.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Wow. So that looked like Manley Fieldhouse in Syracuse. Yes.
Yes, that's right. Correct.
Wow.
Was up there with Tony Red Bruin and them. Chris Mullins. Well, we had a good time up there. We really did.
So the first
bring
year,
back a lot of memories, man.
There were 3 divisions.
And on that team, that's Wendell Alexis too, you know.
On that same team that you on?
Yeah, Wendell Alexis. That's him next to Sally.
See, no, hold on. So now we gotta go back, because I thought that was Derek Chivas.
Yeah,
so Derek Chivas wasn't on that team.
In the back, that's Derek Chivas.
Hold on. Let's go back to this. We gotta go back to this picture. Is this Wendell Alexis right here? You see my arrow?
Yeah, he's next to Chivas. Well, it's John Sally, Wendell Alexis, and then Chivas at the end, next to Coach Mickens.
D looks so different, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot we had Wendell Alexis too.
That's Someone got the film to that game. Please let me know. Any of those games. That was crazy right there.
Then we played. Then we played in that Newsday Classic where Pearl had 52.
Oh, against Long Island, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Was it him and what's my guy name? Billy Donovan.
Yeah, Billy the Kid, Billy Donovan.
Yeah, I heard he was getting busy too.
And was it Russell Pierre, who used to play for North Carolina State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Long Island used to produce a lot of great ball players, man.
Yeah, that's true.
They still do. You know, Lou Ha, definitely one of the top ranked schools in the country still to this day.
No doubt.
Yeah. He said, damn, Pooh, you may have played with Mike Houston, the dude that almost killed Wendell Alexis in trials for Newsday. I think so. Is that? I think so. For sure.
Wendell Alexis was smooth, man. He was an easygoing guy. He wasn't no tough guy. But he had skills. He was nice.
No doubt. Now, how was the transition into Francis Lewis? Did you go into Francis Lewis your freshman or sophomore year?
Yeah, I played my freshman year. We had a different coach, and I played
no JV, straight varsity.
No JVs. My freshman year, I averaged only 6 points a game. My coach was named Coach Krieger, and then Randy James came and took over my sophomore, junior, and senior year. And my sophomore year, I averaged 27. My junior year, I averaged 29. And my senior year, I averaged 32.
Damn.
But you see, right? See, if it was like it is now, I would have went straight to the pros. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
With those kind of stats, because you got guys now that's averaging 5-10 points a game going to the pros.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
now you got. I think you have to do a year in college.
Yeah. Okay. Or
Yeah,
even
yeah. I think
and
they put an age gap on it. But when they were allowing guys to go into the pros,
yeah,
you know
correct.
what I'm saying? Man, it's a totally different time, man. Totally different time.
Look, it was 40 years ago, man. I'm happy to still be here and tell this story. You know?
Yeah, he said, AJ Winder got busy in the LA News Classic in the Long Island.
Yeah. AJ Winder. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Sure
So
did.
I remember when Wimp Sanderson from Alabama came to Lewis, and Fred took me to meet with him, to the meeting with him.
Correct.
Wow, Devil Dog taking it back, man. Yo, and look, and I tell people this all the time. When you're a ball player, you remember some things. Some things are like staying in your brain, right?
Correct.
There's only a few of us that remember everything. So when I tell guys, or I mention stories about certain guys and they don't remember them, I understand. I get it. I was a ball player. I get people come up to me telling me things that I did, and I have to, sometimes I just got to agree with them because I understand that they're going to remember things that I don't.
And I don't want to forget my little brothers, Rod Strickland and Boo Harvey.
No doubt.
You know, give them a shout out.
No doubt. Boo is watching. I'm telling you, cause I said to the Boo, and then Rod is probably watching or going to watch it later on. Definitely, guys who listen. It's great if all you guys were at your time of playing ball. You guys remain humble. You guys always shouting each other out. You know, and showing love, man. That's the one thing I can say about us New York guys.
And Mark Jackson, my man Mark Jackson. I haven't seen Mark, man, since Mark and Kenny. I haven't seen them since they became big time. You know what I'm saying?
What was they like? What was they like back then?
They was good guys, man. Cool brothers, man. Very cool. Mark used to come pick me up, and we used to go work out at St. John's, play against Willie Glass and all them.
Did he have that red car back then? That red Nova?
Yes, he did. He sure did.
See, I remember this.
Yeah, he used to pick that red Nova.
Yeah,
no doubt.
He used to coach us. Mark was our coach when I played in Queens. Yeah.
But yeah, man, Mark and Kenny and them, they were always good dudes, man. Always, man. Nice guys.
Great.
Proud of them, man. I'm proud of, I miss Pearl, the great late Pearl Washington.
Yeah, I had Gene Smith. I had Gene Smith on here, and I had his backcourt partner, Elma Anderson, on here as well, man.
I was getting ready to give Elma a shout out too.
Elma. Man.
Elma and Radar, they was almost like they could have been twins. They could shoot that thing, boy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, they both could shoot
the range on their jump shot. I'm gonna ask you, cause I went to I had lunch with my coach and some former players at Lincoln, and Coach Haskins was there as well. And we were discussing the not even the PSL, but New York City's best backcourts, right?
Correct.
And
you got it. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Pearl and Elma came up. Who else came up? It was a few more that came up. I can't remember the exact, because I just remember all the names that was put forth on a comment section. But
Pearl,
their names stick out.
You had Davender. You had Pearl. Right? Yeah, Davender.
Well, Pearl and Davender didn't play with each other. Pearl left and then Davender went to the high.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So,
but I would have to say Pearl and Davender. I mean, Pearl and Elba probably was. That's one of the best that I seen. You know what I mean? In my era.
And that's, I think, when people looking at it, right? Because it's different eras what people saw. Some people said that Khalid Reeves and Derek Phelps from Christ the King, who both were McDonald All-Americans at the same time, right? And won state championships. But then that's a different era, right?
Correct. They're much younger than us.
Yes.
Maybe about 3 to 4 years or 5 years.
Maybe more than that because they came
More
after
than
me.
that. Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
But we still got to give them their props.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Deservedly so.
I salute them too. You know what I'm saying?
Queens get the money all day. Yeah.
Look, that's what Nas said, right?
That's right. Hey, look. So you would say your sophomore year you started to come into your own as a player because you went from averaging 6 to 27, which is a crazy jump. What did you do that summer to give you that great leap to stardom?
Well, I just continued doing what I always did, putting in the hard work. I was ready when I was a freshman, but when I went to Francis Lewis, we had all seniors, and I was the only freshman, so I had to wait my turn. So I patiently waited my turn, and then when my time came, it was showtime.
Yeah. I want to give a big rest in peace to one of my first coaches and mentors, Mr. Thomas E. Diggs, and one of the greatest lessons he told me was patience and waiting your turn.
Correct.
Which you got to do, and then everything else will go from there.
And always, look. I always have respect for all the guys that paved the way for me, that I looked up to, and that was role models. I always will have respect, and always did. And I appreciate every last one of them.
Ronnie Moss said, I can't even see a locker room with Serious Fred and always joking with Bobby Jones.
Oh, my man Bobby. Another dancing bear.
That's right.
Rest in peace, my brother.
No doubt. True Carter, definitely had True Carter on here as well.
Yeah, that's my man, James.
Man, that's right. James True Carter. Yeah. He wrote Jimmy, but I know Jimmy is short for James. Yeah, for sure.
Jimmy. He worked hard. He worked hard to get where he was at.
That's right.
First, when he was coming up, he wasn't as popular as we were, but he put in that work and became bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? Proud of you, True.
That's crazy, man. What was the competition like? Because I know it wasn't a cakewalk for you to just get 27 points a game in the PSL throughout the city that year. What was the competition level like? You already named some of the guys you came up with. The Pearls, the Elmers, the Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson, Derek Chivas, Wendell Alexis, John Sally. Do we have to even go there?
Yeah, Olin Polynice. Believe it or not, Olin Polynice still mad at me about something that happened at the practice.
What happened?
We had some AAU tournament thing, and I gave him a pump fake, and I went up and I broke his jaw.
Oh wow!
So he mad at me about that. He didn't speak to me after that. I tried to hit him up a few times. He's still mad about that. I didn't mean to do it, but it was just fun. It was an accidental thing.
Yo, Boo Harvey said, "What's up, Fearless Fred?
What's up, little brother?"
Yeah, he checking in.
Much love and respect to the Hall.
Rudy Law said, "I remember Fred Burton and Big Bobby Jones going at it."
Yeah,
these are people that's on Instagram on the check-in.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. Everybody remember you and Bobby Jones going at it, man.
Yeah, man. Me and Bobby had a fisticuffs a couple of times, But I love Bobby. I miss him, man. Bobby been going almost 35 years, man.
Yeah, man. Ted Portwine said, "Salute to Big Bro." He said, legends, a legends legend. He said a legends legend.
That's my man, Ted Portwine, my little brother, another one of my little brothers.
That's a fact. Man, so many people want to
check it was a great ride, man. The only thing I didn't do was make the league. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And that was because that was my fault. I should have put in that extra hour. And after a while, sometimes when you're so good young, you let success go to your head, and you ease up. If I had kept that attitude I had when I was 14, as when I got older, that would have pushed me over to make the league.
Let's talk about that, man, because a lot of kids need to hear this, because when they get to a certain level, they think that's it, not knowing you got to start from the bottom, and with every level, you start from the bottom and put in that work to get you to the next level.
It's the same thing, yo. When Pearl Washington was 12 years old, he was pro. That's why he ain't last that long in the NBA. He was pro at 12. He was bored with the game. Pearl was so far ahead of everybody, it was ridiculous. Pearl was that dude, man.
Just imagine if Lloyd didn't get caught up in the stuff he was.
Oh, man. I forgot about Lloyd Sweet Pea Dang. Oh. Let me tell you something, man. I when I first met him, man, I've never seen a guy so talented, man. The guy could dribble. Yo, the guy was dribbling the ball off his knee, stuff like that, shooting shots from half court. He was tough, man.
Not pushing the shot, shooting the shot regularly.
All net. Shout out to the legend, Sweet Pea Lloyd Daniels.
Wow.
Love you, Lloyd.
That's my brother. Definitely love you, Lloyd. That's crazy. Yo, you have 51 points.
I had 50 a couple of times. You know, I had 52 against Bound too. I had 50 a couple of times. You know,
29 in the second half against Edison, which is crazy.
And remember, it was no 3-pointers back then, you know.
I know, baby. I know. No 3-pointers at all.
And remember, we only play 8-minute quarters, right?
Yeah, they still 8 minutes. They still 8-minute quarters.
So all that was in 24 minutes.
Yeah.
No, 32.
32, yeah. Man.
Yo, man, you bring back, you brought back a lot of memories, man. A lot of memories, man.
It's just what it is, man. Tap into that memory time bank, man. Yo, you was 11 for 13 from the free throw line during that game. 20 for 31. Man, you was putting it up, man. Golly.
Yo, we had I got to give credit to my teammates too, because without them, they made it happen. It wasn't all about me.
Right.
I got to give a shout out to Todd Shades, Howard Ringer, Mike Brown, my whole team, Mark Barton, everybody. You know what I mean? They contributed into making me the legend that I am, and I appreciate them. You know what I mean? And without them, I wouldn't have became who I was.
No
doubt. I got much love and respect for them. Thank you, brothers.
Look at that right there. If you don't know, now you know. Okay? If you don't know, now you know. Let's zoom in.
Oh, shit.
It's a different time, man. Different time.
Correct. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, we back. Okay.
Now, yeah. I just, when we put the screen up, you just go to the side a little bit.
But out of all the guys, man, that was the toughest I ever faced, Walter Berry. Walter Berry was a beast, man. Walter Berry couldn't mess with the big B. The big B was tough.
Man.
That left hand fall away. And like, you know how I when I post up, I like to feel you. He wouldn't let me feel him. He'd take a step back. And, you know, he's so athletic, he could just jump straight up and block the shot. Walt was a beast.
The truth. And every which way.
And look, and nothing but the truth.
And I just think he was so good. And I noticed about the NBA, because people ask, you know, why did he stick in the NBA? Everybody, you know, we will only know when we speak to him, but I know that, you know, if you don't fit into their structure that they have for you, they'll get you out the league. And he showed that he was great because he went overseas and became a legend.
Yeah, he averaged 30 points a game. They throwing money at him.
All kind of money.
Much respect to the legend, Walt B. He was tough. One of the best.
That's right. He oh yeah, Boo Harvey's in the building.
Yo. And I can't forget my big brother, Carrie Scary, too.
Carrie Scary.
Forgot about Carrie. Can't forget about my brother. He'll be mad if I don't mention him.
Wow. Definitely. Carrie was definitely a friend of the show. I got him bring him back on because he just wrote a book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Said Lloyd was my guy. I taught him that shot, period. Yeah, all right. He said 29 in the second half. Said Mitch had a long needer. Whatever that means. Look, let's give Joe Bostic his props, right?
Oh, yeah. Joe, look. Joe, without Joe was my second father. Joe was my second father. Spent days and nights at his house. You know what I'm saying? Eating with him, and you know we used to go to we won that tournament in Sharon, Pennsylvania, that tournament champions.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's from we played against all the guys from all over the country, and we won that. We won it.
Who was on that team, if you remember?
Oh man, I played with the big boys then. I was playing with DJ. I think DJ Ronnie Williams.
Yeah.
Horace Naismith.
Dwayne Johnson, as you talk about DJ.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Correct.
Played at Marquette.
And
Ronnie Williams that played for Florida, like hitters. These guys is hitters. Major big time players.
Yeah. Well, you got to look. You got to play against the best to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And look, and one thing about us, we respected each other. You know what I'm saying? There was no disrespect. We all had mad love and respect for each other. You know what I'm saying?
And that was, listen, no disrespect. Queens is slowly but surely coming back into play. But back in those days, Queens had the hitters. Man, in both public school and Catholic school, Queens had them hitters.
Yeah, we may have had about at least 30 or 40 guys.
I think out of all the boroughs, I think Queen has the most NBA players out of all the boroughs. I think it's between Queens and Brooklyn.
No doubt. That's for sure.
I think we will have to sit back and do some research on that. I'll definitely would love to do that.
That's another show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show right there, baby. That's a whole nother show. Who was your rivals back then when you was in Francis Lewis?
Well, it was I really didn't have no rivals because to me, I used to come in like a construction worker. I was there to put in when I was coming to give everybody the business. It wasn't no special team. You know what I mean? Edison, I treated them all the same.
So you was a one-man wrecking crew?
Correct.
Okay.
One-man wrecking crew, and like I said, I was a man child at 14 years old.
And your guys that you played with knew who to get the ball to for them to be successful.
Oh yeah. Well. You know, my teammate Howard Ringer, when I was a sophomore and he was a senior, my coach sat down and had a talk with me and him, and he told him, you know, that for us to win, Fred has to score more than you. Even though he averaged 20 as a senior and I averaged 27. But for the sake of the team, the ball had to go down in that paint. You know what I'm saying? Then when I kicked it out, that's when it's his turn. I mean, he didn't like it, but he had to deal with it. But it made us win. And I got to give Coach James credit for that.
No doubt. Smart man. Said Coach Bostic had the brown van. Said,
oh man,
DJ.
we all helped tear up that van. We all drove it. Hitting cars, knocking off mirrors, all kinds of shit.
Nigel Wallace, Ed Pinckney. Whew.
Oh, I forgot about my man Easy Ed. Of course. That's my boy, Easy Ed.
Wow. So you had to find out in the park by 9 a.m. if you belong.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
You had to meet up at OCP.
Correct. They all came through there. All of them. They all came through there. Could you imagine the games that we had?
Yeah, he mentioned Kenny Patterson. For sure.
Yeah. like I said, man, Kenny is the first. Remember, Kenny used to play. He played with Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummins, and Skip Dillard.
Mm.
You know, when I was coming up, we used to be on. You know, he was on NBC and CBS every game every week.
Right.
So we definitely was tuned in. You know,
Ross said that was his one of the major reasons why he went to DePaul.
Yeah, I can see that, and I'm glad he made that decision.
Yeah, Ronald Mall said y'all rival, the division rivals, Terry Keys at Springfield, Greg Baraff.
Yeah.
Good game against Fred. But those are individual matchups. Those are not really rivals, right?
No, that wasn't really rivals because, like I said, look. But back in the days, like if you really wasn't a half of them guys, if you wasn't a blue chip ball player, I really didn't even know who you was. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't the elite, I really, you know what I'm saying? I only dealt with the elites. You know what I'm saying?
The elites, that's it, baby. Let them know.
Only the elites. The best of the best.
Marcel Smith wanted to know, said, what was your favorite tournament to play in, and what was the most fun playing, high school or college? Great question.
Both. Well, when I went to A&M after averaging 42 at Brewster, and then going to A&M and not playing, that was a big low blow for me. That probably was the lowest point in my basketball career. And that's when, after, you know, that's when I really, when I transferred to L.I.U, I could have went. Joe had hooked me up to go to UCLA and Fresno State, where Talk was at, because, you know, Joe was tight with Tarkanian and them. He called him, and they both told Joe that they would take me just off of Joe's word.
Why didn't you go? And let's go back to because this is the first one. First of all,
okay.
Do you think if you'd have stayed at Texas A&M and stuck it out and thugged it out, you would have been one of their best players eventually?
I don't know. Donnie tried to get me to stay, but he know. I don't know. Shelby Metcalf, he had his players, and for some reason, I felt that I wasn't getting a fair shot because I was out playing them guys in practice. I used to be serving them guys up. Donnie would tell you. Donnie tell you too that I should have been in the league. He'll tell you, you know, but because I was out playing them guys and I still wasn't playing, so that's why I had to leave.
You
know, so I don't know if it was something personal or they didn't want too many New York guys to shine down there, because, you know, it was like 4 or 5 of us that went down there. So,
right,
you know, them people in Texas don't want a whole bunch of New York people coming down there running the show. You know what I mean? It was bad enough that Donnie was the man. You know what I'm saying? So we had to take the back seat.
And why not Fresno State?
Well, you know what? After going through the thing at A&M, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to take the chance of going through that again. You know, I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than going to a big school and not play it again. Because one more big blow like that I went through, that could have been the end of my career. Think about it. I went from the bench to the Hall of Fame.
I try to tell these kids that. I always tell these kids, and I'm telling these parents, make sure your son or daughter goes to a school where they're going to play. Correct. If you're good, they will find you.
For sure. For sure.
And when you get a chance to play against those big-time players, you show them you belong. And that's all it takes.
Correct. That's for sure.
They want to go and fit into these programs, you know.
And they get lost.
Because these coaches are constantly recruiting players on top of players on top of players.
Correct.
Not saying that you shouldn't compete against them, right? But when you get a chance to play against them, that's when you show them what you could do.
Correct. It's not the name. You got to bring your game.
ISA, baby.
That's it. That's for sure. Pete Edwards, my man Pete.
Man, let's go back a little bit, man. You do all you could do at Francis Lewis, right? And then you go to prep school because you want to get yourself in a better situation academically.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
What was that transition like at Brewster, going from Queens, New York to New Hampshire?
Well, at Bruce Academy, you know, up there, everybody know who I was. I was like the, you know what I'm saying? I was only like one of the very few brothers up there. You know what I mean? So it was strictly dedication to working out and studying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to do. You know what I mean? I was away from all the stuff that got me messed up at Francis Lewis. You know what I mean? The hanging out and the crowd. Because you know when I was in high school, I used to have an entourage of 50 people that used to come to every game with me. You know, so I was, I was a little on the wild side. You know.
And you experienced fame at a very young age.
Correct. And that could have hurt. I mean, like I said, that's what hurt me. And I know that's definitely what hurt Pearl. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, we were that good at 12 and 13, 14 years old.
Mm.
You know?
Wow. Yeah, they still bringing up high school stuff, just like best tournament, Thanksgiving Classic at Jackson and the Christmas Classic at St. John's.
I averaged at least 25 or better against them, at least. At least.
Who did Jackson have back then? But you had Boo, your Doug Edwards.
They had George Allen, Vernon Moore.
Oh, Vernon Moore. Yep.
George Allen, Vernon Moore. They had
this is before Boo time.
Yeah, this was before Boo. This was before Boo. Correct. Yeah, this was before Boo. Yeah. So I was a sophomore going against. Remember when I was a sophomore going against all them? Remember I made that sophomore all Queens team, and it was only me and the rest were seniors. Kenny Patterson, George Allen, and I forgot who the hell else was on there. But yeah, it was that was my sophomore year, but it's been so long, man, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I try to remember, but yeah, but they had a crew. They had Jackson had Sid Barnett, they had Reggie Fowler, they had they were loaded, Jackson back then. They were loaded. But like I said, those guys were a little older than me. They were like a year or two older than me, you know?
Yeah, man. When you look at this, you know, I got the PSL All City 1982-1983 team up there with you, Ed Davender, Kenny Hutchison, Pearl Washington, and Richard Anderson. And you said Alden Polynice was also a part of this list, and also Kenny Smith.
Yeah, that was the Daily News. The Daily News All City team was me, Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith, Pearl Washington, Olin Polynice, and Kenny Hutchison. That was the Daily News All City team. The other one was the Post.
Yeah, you was on both.
I was on both, correct. The other one, the Daily News, was combined Catholic and PSAL.
And that's how I do mine. That's how I do my list.
Correct.
I don't separate them in PSL if I want the best of the best.
To me, that's that one there is the real one. You know what I mean? I mean, they're both real, but I think that when you combine them both together, that makes it better.
Yeah, and then when you start to separate it, it starts to become a participation trophy.
Correct.
You know, no knock to the other players, but
correct.
This is what I do, baby. On my high school, because I got a high school channel as well called High School Basketball Weekly, and we do that. I'm going to drop mines either next week or the week after next, close to the season. Because I'm gonna let everybody drop theirs, and then I'll bring mines out.
Okay. I'll be tuned in. I'll definitely be tuned in.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different this year, and then I'm gonna preview my scouting page as well. I'm just waiting for my website to get done, and mine's gonna be different, right? So you know, Tom Kachowski had the hoop scoop. Mine's gonna be called the report card.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Take it back to school, baby. Right? Instead of give you a number, you'll get a grade.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Same when they do the restaurants, right?
That's what's up.
If you cooking, you cooking.
That's right. I hope I ain't forgetting anybody, but
now we're not finished yet, brother. We got some more things to talk about. But I just want you to hold tight real quick because I need to pay a bill real quick.
Okay.
Just stay locked in, all right? All right. For everybody out there, I need y'all to check out this new camera. It's a hands-free camera called Xbox Go. All right, I got it in the box right now. But if you want to see, it's a new AI camera that doesn't need anybody to hold it. All you need is to put your iPhone here. Your iPhone goes in this slot right here. Hold on. Show you real quick because I got to demonstrate it for you guys so you guys can see. Your iPhone gets slipped in a slot just like this, and it captures all the action, right? The camera captures the action and stores it there, right? This is new technology, baby. Xbox Go, the new wave to capture any sporting event. All right, so check that out, and the link will be put in the chat if you want to check out the new camera, and you get 10% off if you put in the code basketballheads. Check it out, Xbox Go. All right, Xbox Go, check it out right there. The new AI hands-free camera. You can use it for any sport. And unlike other products out there, there's no monthly fee. You pay one time, and you can also stream on live. Stream on YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're connected to. All right? Xbox Go, baby. The only way to go when you capturing live sports. Oh, and also can focus on one player and also give you highlights just like that. Now let's get back to the show. Freddie B.
Yo, I'm still here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We done touched on a lot of stuff, man. We done touched on a lot of stuff, man. I want to go here real quick because, I think it makes the show a lot of fun. We can go and bounce back and forth through time and history to kind of give people an understanding of all the great things you accomplished, brother. Now, I'm looking at this list right here, right?
Okay.
It says the PSAL 2,000-point scorers, right?
Correct.
Lance Stevenson, Sebastian Telfair, Desmond Herrard, Tony, who's that?
Campbell. Right. Tony Campbell?
Nah, it's Cradle.
Cradle.
Keith Spellman, Rasheem Jenkins, Kevin Morris, Stephon Marbury, Albert King, Boo Harvey, Fred Burton, and who's that? Jermaine Smokes.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
It's a lot of great players on this list, brother. It's
Yeah,
a lot of great players on this list, man. And for you to be one of those guys there with 2,036 points in your career, man, is amazing. Is amazing. And look, we're going to change this narrative tonight. We're going to change this narrative tonight because not only did you do it in high school, you came back and you did it in college. Not too many people could say that, right? I think, you, the Charles Jones, the Mark Jacksons, the Chris Mullins, the Walter Berries, those of you who did it, Boo Harvey, you know what I'm saying? We can go on and on for days for people who did it in high school, did it in tournaments, and did it in college, all in New York City.
Correct.
And I think it's only fair that we crowned you tonight. And even though I know people done told you this, but we're going to say it live in front of everybody that you are a New York City legend for sure, certified, and nobody could question that.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No doubt. No doubt. That's right. We crowned them tonight on Basketball Heads. There you go, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Nah, you deserve it, man. Especially where people coming out, showing you love. They got all these great stories. Eric Wilcox said, Freddie B, my personal trainer.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy, Eric.
They all
We
coming
hang
out.
out in the gym together. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, right there.
That's a fact. Marcel Smith says, salute to all the ball players that came out of Queens. We the best. I hear that. Queens get the money.
That's what Nas said, bro.
That's what he said, right? He said 78, 79, Derek Hawkins and Bo Edwards.
Oh, yeah. Good, great players. Great players. That's when I was a freshman. Correct. Great players. Much respect to them. Much respect to them, too.
Yo, Fred, even though you are a great scorer, right? You are a beast on the glass, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
I used to have to battle with Rick Smith, you know.
And look, he wasn't that good, but Torsten Stein, we had the 7-foot German guy. You know, hold on. I think I have a picture of that. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is funny. You know, he's the world's tallest. He's the world's tallest. I think he's hold on for a sec. Torsten Stein. Hold on, I'm trying to find this picture because it's. Is it here?
Picture me taking him to the hoop.
Yeah. I was trying to find out. No, I had it. Torsten Stein.
Yeah, you got it. I'll send it to you. It's there.
That's not that because that's you scoring 2,000 points. That's you against St. Francis College. Hold on, I think I see it right here. Oh, that's not it. That's one of the it wasn't Rick Smith, but it's y'all playing against Maris.
Yeah, but I sent you the one. It's a little later down the line with him.
There you go. I got it right here. He's the world's tallest chiropractor.
Get out of here.
Torsten Stein, right here. Play with me at FDU.
I don't know if I see it. Let me see. I see it. The picture.
You probably can't see it because you got your phone.
Okay, yeah.
And it's slotting you out. But everybody else see it. That's at the Rothman Center.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And you're jumping, and he's not even jumping. He got his head out.
Correct. That's when we went on a run. We went on a little run, but y'all got us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those are some times, man. Look, where did you get that knack for rebounding? Because you was one of the top rebounders in the country in college, and you always average double rebounds. I mean double
that was
points
just
and rebounds.
I don't know. That was just God-given talent. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I just had that ability. That was just part of my game that I was blessed with. Positioning and holding off, and I was strong. Because I was a lot stronger than them guys. Because when I played at college, I played about 250, 260. So, and I was more, I was muscular. So that was for the big guys, but that made up for the height that I didn't have,
When you was getting recruited, who were all the schools that was trying to recruit you out of Brewster Academy?
Oh man, but only reason why I went to Texas A&M because they're the ones that took care of everything for me to go to, to Brewster Academy. But I had, I could have went to Wake Forest too. I had a whole bunch of schools. I had the same amount of schools that was recruiting me from high school at Brewster too. The same thing. But I couldn't turn my back on Texas A&M because they were there for me when nobody else was.
And you felt like you didn't have because my thing is, if they invested so much time in you, why didn't they give you the shot? Because they knew what kind of player they were getting.
Well, like I said, you know, out of all the recruits, I was the #1 recruit. Donnie and them was like second. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Second, third. But it just turned out that Donnie came out to be the, you know, the one that they chose. You know what I mean? He was the chosen one.
And they couldn't have 2 New York guys leading the pack, right?
No, they didn't want to do that. Not in Texas. Not big Texas.
Right.
Not in big Texas.
Yeah, I can see
but
that.
it was a hell of an experience. You know what I mean?
And you guys got to the NIT, correct?
Correct. The first NIT, correct.
How was that? Well, let's say the first NIT when the NIT and the NCAA, because the NIT at one point was bigger than the NCAA.
Correct. I think we played New Mexico down in New Mexico.
Got you.
That was crazy. Hell of an experience. Playing in that altitude down there.
Right.
But like I said, it was more Donnie and them show than mine. You know what I mean? So, you know, I played, but it wasn't like what I wanted, you know?
And you experienced being a small fish in a big pond, right?
Correct.
And it was just like, no, this is not for me. You needed some place that's going to feel homely and treat you the same way as those experiences were for you at Francis Lewis and at Brewster Academy.
Correct. That's why I, you know, these kids now, if they're thinking about going to these big schools, they got to think twice. You know what I mean? Because they can get lost.
And
a
lot of them do.
You know, and I know now with this NBL thing now, I know guys now that were at mid-level Division I's that went big time, and then they went big time and they wasn't ready for that.
Listen, there's the transfer portal. They don't talk about the 60% of 70% of the guys who's stuck in the transfer portal.
Correct.
You know, they put themselves in the transfer portal, they don't get chosen, and they lose their scholarship.
Correct. I know some people that did that. Gave them money and all that, and then messed them up.
Yeah. Now, were you afraid of the feedback you was gonna get from the community for, you know, going to L.I.U. And playing there instead of going to another big time school and make everyone happy and feel like, you know, you made it?
Well, you know, like I said, I really didn't care about what they you know thought or anything like that. I just did that was best for me. You know what I mean? And I got a chance to showcase my talent. I like to give L.I.U. props for giving me the chance to showcase my talent, and I'm very thankful and blessed for it.
Because every time we go to the L.I.U. where they have all those games there, your plaque is right there on that wall with some of them.
It'll be there forever. When I'm not here no more, it'll be there.
That's a fact.
You know,
it's a fact. Good way
if I'd have stayed at A&M, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. Think about all the things you accomplished there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I had a hell of a run. I had a good ride. You know, like I said, the only thing I didn't do is walk through the door for the next level. You know, I was at the door, but I didn't walk through it.
But you came a professional in another arena, and you're about to retire next year, so that's success within itself.
Correct.
You know,
all the setbacks made me the man that I am today.
Yeah,
and I'm thankful for it.
That's a fact.
It's been much worse.
You know, a lot of guys don't get over that hump of their shortcomings or what they feel are their shortcomings, and they never get to move on and transition to that next part of life, because at the end of the day, that ball gonna start bouncing someday.
Correct.
Getting to the NBA is like hitting the lotto.
That's it. Correct. Because like I said, look, we were all on the same level, or either, like I said, either some of them that made it, I may have been better than them at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? But they put in that work and continued to do what they had to do, and they made it. We all took different paths.
That's a fact. Eric Wilcox said Fred still works out like he's still in college.
Got to do it, man. Got to do it. Got to, you know what I'm saying? I want to still be around. You know what I'm saying? You got to work out, man. If you don't work out, you know what time it is.
He has a tenacious personality.
Appreciate you, Mr. Cox.
Nah, they definitely give you a prop. When you got to put back on that uniform and got to step on the floor at L.I.U, did you feel like you had a new lease on your basketball career?
Sure did. I did, and I knew that that Coach Lizzo was going to give me the chance, the opportunity to let me be me, and showcase my talent, and he did. You know, and I thank Coach Lizzo for that. You know.
Yeah, I remember playing against you at L.I.U, and Coach Tom Green told us, said Freddie Burton is going to get his points, but don't let no one else kill us.
and look, and that's what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listened, and that's what y'all did.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right.
You averaged 20 points, 11 rebounds for your career at L.I.U, inducted to the Hall of Fame. What was that feeling like for you? And were you honored at one of their games at halftime, or how was that?
Yeah, I was honored at one of their games at halftime. It was one of the proudest moments of my life, being inducted to the Hall of Fame. You know, I really, you know, it was an emotional moment. You know what I mean? And made me realize all of the work that I put in and how far I had come, you know, to being the player I was.
Yeah, man. You know, it gave guys like Charles Jones, Richie Parker, you know, that energy to go back to L.I.U and play under Coach Haskins to kind of revitalize L.I.U from the time that you guys was there, and from you playing in the old theater to seeing the new gym now. How proud of you to say that you had a part in building that?
Very proud, man. Very proud and honored, man. You know, very proud and honored. You know, I'm proud of Rod too. The job that he's doing a great job.
Your old friend, your buddy, right? He got the job at your school, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, correct. Boogaloo Rod, that's the man.
Wow. If you had one thing to change about your basketball career, what would it be and why?
Well, like I said, it would have been for me to put in a little more work and a little less hanging out and a little, you know, and don't let the success go to your head, because, like I said, being so successful so young, it can hurt you. You know what I mean? You got to stay focused. You know,
No
and that's
doubt.
definitely 100. You got to stay focused. If I had that same attitude that I had when I was a teenager, no problem, no question, I probably would have been in the NBA for years. You know what I mean?
Or made a whole bunch of money overseas.
Correct.
There's a lot of guys sitting back, retired off that overseas money.
Correct.
No doubt. Well, listen, let's have some fun right now, and let's get into our top five. You ready for that?
Yeah, we're ready.
No doubt. Top five, baby. Top five.
Top five. Top five.
All right, Freddie B. Let's have some fun. Top five players you played with.
Well, Pearl Washington, Walter Berry, Jerry Reynolds, Kitty Smith, man, so many, man, so many. As you said, 5, right?
You got one more. Can't bring nobody off the bench.
Got Pearl. I'll take my little brother Derek Cheeks.
Okay.
Band-Aid man.
I know he's smiling right now. He's smiling right now.
My little brother D Chief is the Band-Aid man.
He said he got that name in junior high school. He said he got the name in junior high school and it stuck. Like I never seen Derek Chivas play until I played with him on the Empire State team, Empire State games, and he was the truth, bro. Yeah. I was just like, yeah, he's definitely going to the NBA.
Yeah, he broke all the records at Missouri. Broke Steve Stevanovich's records or everything. Yeah, he was that guy.
And I think he was the only guy who made McDonald All-American that played in the B division in the Captain School League.
Correct. Holy Cross. Correct.
Whew.
Correct. He's another one that played by himself. He was the only one on that team.
Killing.
Prolific score. Band-Aid man.
All right. Top 5 guys you played against.
I thought
you played with. I said the top 5 guys you played with. This was the top 5 guys you played against.
Oh man. Okay. Richie Adams. DJ. Ronnie Williams. Cosell Brown.
Cosell Brown. He was the number 2 player, the number 2 point guard in the country behind Isaiah Thomas.
Correct. Nigel Wallace.
That's 5 right there?
Yeah, that's 5.
That's an awesome 5 right. That's a whole team right there, bro.
Played against the best, bro. That's it.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Now the hardest part. I want you to dig deep and think about this. Top 5 players in New York City history, according to Fred Burton.
Chris Mullins, Walter Berry. Pearl Washington. Kitty Smith and oh man, let me see. I gotta go with Chips.
Kenny
I go with Chips.
Yo, y'all Queens guys, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I forgot about Chips.
Woo! Hey, yo, nobody picked the same 5 players ever.
Correct.
Ever.
Correct.
Man.
Yeah. Chips was all American all 4 years in high school.
That's a fact.
Can't forget about him.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Well, listen, man, I'm glad that we had finally got a chance to do this, brother.
Me too, man.
You know Thanks. What I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man.
Nah, we appreciate you, brother. And I want to say thank you for giving us those years of enjoyment watching you play, watching you serve dudes, get buckets, snatch a whole bunch of rebounds, and, you know, walk that walk, man, like you did, man. And you had the game to come behind it, man, and to really let the world know that you are a New York City legend, man. You did it all in all arenas in New York, from the playgrounds to high school and college, all in one city, man. And that is to be commended, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No doubt, man.
Appreciate it.
Yo, I want to thank everybody on the check-in, everybody that was on the check-in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, man. He said, damn, disrespectful. Chivas played with Howard Hudson Terry Topley and Don Pugh. Oh man, it takes Ronald Maul to come up and bring that, man. This guy, he knows a lot about you, man.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Howie Hudson was good too. Much proud to my brother Howie Hudson. He was no scrub. He was a legend too.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for this guy to come on the show. I'm like, yo, Howie, man, you're a principal, brother. These kids need to know that you play ball, man, and need to be celebrated, brother.
Correct. And he originally went to Francis Lewis and transferred to Holy Cross.
So that's because I always associated him with Francis Lewis, and forgot he played at Holy Cross.
Yeah, but he went there and then he transferred. We never got the opportunity to play together.
And then he went to Vermont after that.
Correct.
Man,
if he had stayed.
Yeah, no wonder they was good. D has some help, man. D has some help.
Correct.
That's right. Well, listen, brother, appreciate you, man. We finally got this show. Thank you. Definitely was a great show.
Thank you.
Nah, no doubt, brother. No doubt, man. We're gonna keep this going on. And listen, y'all, if y'all ain't watched the show, make sure y'all for those people that you know that didn't watch the show, send them this show. All right. For those, this is your first time watching this program, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Just push that button. We want to make this channel grow. And, it's 10 million people in New York City. I got 11,000 subscribers. That is a lot for a local basketball channel, but we should definitely have more. Let's get this out there. Share this to everyone. Let's get this out there. For those who are not following me on Instagram, follow me. Just type in New York City basketball history. All my platforms will come up, from TikTok, Facebook, you name it, Instagram. Let's make it happen. Yo, Fred, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Take care, man.
No doubt.
One love. All right.
Definitely. Man, see? Look, man. There's so many ball players in New York City that need their flowers. And there's so many people who came on my show who mentioned Fred, who said, yo, man, playing against Freddie Burton. Oh, man, he was tough. Oh, I was like, damn, I remember playing against him in college when I was a young boy, man. Seeing it live in person, man, how hard he worked. He never took a play off. And so I can just imagine everybody who got that work from him. And all the players that he played against and with know that he was the real deal. So we're not even going to talk about him being a New York City great. We're going to put New York City legend on that, man. So when y'all see this show and see that I've changed the thumbnail to New York City legend, Fred Burton, you already know what it is. Basketball Heads Live, the official home for New York City basketball. Peace. That's right. We out. Holla.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. 30-30. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.